Father's Day. Lunch for Hidimba. Mama, take me to Papa, said Ghattu to his mother Hidimba. It was Father's Day. Ghattu wanted to wish his father, but Ghattu, who was 14 years old, had never seen his father. He was brought up by his mother, Hidimba, and the two lived in a dense forest. Ghattu, have patience. He will come home one day, assured Hidimba, thinking of her husband, Bhim. Many years ago, Hidimba used to live in the forest with her brother, who was a big bully. Things changed when the five Pandav brothers arrived in the forest. Hidimba's brother wanted to kill the visitors. Hidimba warned Bhim, the mightiest of the Pandavas, about her brother's plan. Bhim fought and killed the brother. Hidimba and Bhim fell in love and got married. They had a son called Ghatotkacha, who they call Ghattu out of affection. After a year, it was time for Bhim to leave. 14 years had passed since that day. Hidimba heard that Pandav brothers had married Princess Draupadi and had become rulers of a kingdom. But she was unaware that the Pandavas had lost their kingdom. I hope Bhim thinks of me as I think of him, Hidimba said to herself. As if reading her mind, Ghattu cheered her up. Mama, don't you worry. I'll bring Papa to you. First get me something to eat, son, said Hidimba with a smile. Hidimba had fasted for 3 days and Ghattu could see she was hungry. He set out in search of food for her. He didn't have to go far, not far from his house. He spotted a family passing through the forest. They were hurrying through the forest, afraid of wild animals and rakshas who were known to be man-eaters. Let's walk faster, urged the old man. Even as uttered those words, Ghattu appeared, blocking their path. Ghattu, though 14, was tall of his age. With a muscular body and head without hair, he looked terrifying. Please show us mercy. Let us pass, the old man pleaded. My mother has to break her fast today. I need to take one of you with me for her to eat, said Ghattu. I'll go with you, volunteered the old man. No, I'll go with you, said his wife. No, said Ghattu. Both of you are old and feeble. You will not be a good meal for my mother, said Ghattu. Then Ghattu eyed the 3 boys. I'll take one of these boys with me, he said. The old man put his arm around one of the boys. As father, I depend on my eldest son. I cannot spare him. I can't spare my youngest son either, said the women, hugging him. Looks like I'm left with you, Madhyam, said Ghattu. All right, I'll go with you. First let me have a wash and I want to drink some water. You may go for a quick dip in the pond there, said Ghattu. Come quickly. I will stay with your family till you return. Ghattu waited for Madhyam, the middle one, to have his bath. After a while, he got impatient and started yelling for him. Madhyam, come soon. What's the delay? Be quick. Ghattu's shout echoed throughout the forest. Far away, Bhim, the Pandav, was exercising. His brothers and wife Draupadi had gone to visit a hermitage. Bhim was all alone. when he heard the cry, Madhyam, come soon. Soon he arrived on the scene. Ghattu was surprised to see this stranger. The old man was relieved to see this man who looked like a wrestler, a fighting match to the Rakshas. He quickly explained the situation to the stranger and pleaded with him to save his middle son. Bhim asked Ghattu to let the old man and his family go. What about Madhyam? Asked Ghattu. Let him go as well, said Bhim. Then what about food for my fasting mother? Asked Ghattu. Who's your mother? Asked Bhim. Hidimba is my mother, and my father is mighty Bhim, the Pandava, replied Ghattu proudly. Bhim was very happy that his young Rakshas was his son, and he was eager to meet Hidimba. I'll come with you, said Bhim. Good, you'll serve as excellent food for my mother, said Ghattu. Meanwhile, the old man's second son returned. He was relieved to hear that some other person had agreed to take his place. Without any delay, the family left the place. Ghattu turned to Bhim. Let's hurry. My mom must be very hungry. Take me with you. Bhim started without moving. Ghattu tried to pull him, but he couldn't move the man an inch. He tried to lift him, but Bhim stood like a rock. Ghattu got angry and pulled up a huge tree and threw it at Bhim, who simply pushed it away. Look, I can fight you and forcefully take you with me, but I'm running out of time, said Ghattu. You agreed you would come with me. Don't break your promise. Bhim laughed and agreed to go with Ghattu. On reaching his cave, Ghattu shouted, Mama, I have brought food for you. Hidimba came out of the cave and was stunned to see Bhim. You can have him all for yourself, said Ghattu with a smile. To his surprise, Hidimba hugged the food Ghattu had brought. You have brought me the one I love most.